we're stars, man. We got to make sure we got to get the people what they want.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so all right, welcome back. This is episode 128, Grandpa.
Okay, 128.
Mm-hmm. So you want to list beer in? How about that?
What did you say?
I said let's beer in.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, what you got today?
I got a little platinum blue. Platinum, no, Bud Light Platinum.
Oh, you got the platinum from Christmas.
uh, you're psychic.
You know that's funny because I changed my name on here to the telepathist.
Oh, you did, eh?
Yeah, remember me and Uncle Pooh were joking in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And we were like, because good stuff that's kind of happens to us, in our family. Like,
yeah,
I was just like, hey man, that's telepathy. Telepathy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
nothing silly, but
Yeah.
But I got this thing called
what?
the Rojo. This is from Jolly Pumpkin Ales. It is a Michigan sour brie or something like that.
The name of it is Pumpkin Ale?
No, the people who make it. The name of this particular beer is La Roja. Like La Rojo. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So on the back of it, back of the bottle. But it was made, the company that makes it is called Jolly Pumpkin Ales.
Oh, okay.
So this it says on the back of the bottle, aged in large oak casks, then bottle fermented in La Roja and Franco Belgian style sour ale crafted in the Flanders tradition of aged and blended beers. La Roja is rich and lush with undertones of caramel, fruit, and spice. Truly an ale of grace and function. So this is an ale.
Okay.
I don't have a glass today because it's been
I got a
hectic.
glass. I think I'm gonna. Well, I know what it looked like. I'm gonna see if the taste remains stable, remains the same.
I should have got a glass.
Yeah. It's got a nice lid on the beer. Everything so far is kind of identical to what it was the other day.
Okay. Well, what you gonna pre-rate it?
Yeah, well, I don't already tasted it, so.
All right. Well, what we rating Blood Light Platinum today?
I'm giving it a 6 then.
All right. Well, I might even pre-rate it. I will. It smells fluorescent. It smells good. I'll do what you used to do. I'm gonna start off as a 5.
Go for it. Oh, we're gonna go to 5. Okay.
It is. It's they're telling the truth. It's sour. It's not sour in a bad way though. It's going up. It's better than 5. I'll give it 6 and see the grows on it.
Okay. You say you give it a 5?
I started off with a 5. I said I'll give it a 6 after drinking it.
Oh, okay. You roll up. All right. Yeah, that's good. Good strategy there.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's good for movement.
Yeah, it's sour, but it's not too sour. It's kind of. I'm trying to see if I can taste the other stuff in it. They say it has caramel, fruit, and spice notes. I can taste a little bit of spice. I feel like there's a little bit of a fruit bitterness in there. I can't tell what type of fruit. Maybe I'm just reading it and trying to project what it's saying onto the taste of it, but it's not bad.
Okay.
Let me see. What is the? It says. Let me see if it says the alcohol content on this. It is 7.2% alcohol by volume.
7.2, eh?
Yeah. It's I got it because I like the art on the bottle. I'm really one of those people. If it looks cool, I'll try
it. The Bud Light Platinum is 6% alcohol by volume.
You okay?
Yeah, I guess I hope so. Keep coughing it.
Well, you know what? Speaking of coughing, man. Was you heard on the news? I pulled one of your things, Grandpa. I woke up like at 5 in the morning the other day. Turned on the news, and they were talking about how they're changing the the time you gotta if you got symptoms or something of COVID, you gotta instead of being 10 days, you're supposed to stay away from people. You're supposed to, now it's 5.
Now it's 5 days.
Yeah, you heard about that?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
what do you think about that, Grandpa? You think that things because they're saying Omicron or I think I said that right. Is milder that you think is cool that you can push it back, or you think they should stay at the 10, or you think it even matters anymore? How you think the world's going to be affected by this?
No, I think that it's following the political atmosphere. In other words, that 10 days is too long. So they cut it to 5 days. I guess basically, man, I'm quite sure there's some money involved in it.
Oh, it's definitely money involved.
So that's why now they say 5 days. You ain't got to be out 10. That means that if you were working or something, 5 days, you'll be all.
Well, I was watching.
I don't know.
I was watching ESPN this morning. They're talking about
ESPN this morning. They're talking
about.
I'm
echoing for some reason. Hold on a second, Grandpa.
They were talking about what now?
I was saying that that on ESPN this morning they were talking about how the they had I think it was the NFL or NBA was saying that they're going to go a step further, where if you're vaccinated and you don't show any symptoms or whatever, they might make it less than 5 days. Like if they'll make you keep retesting, and if you don't get a positive test, you can come right back as long as you don't show symptoms.
Okay.
So I mean, I think that's where it's really going to go.
Yeah.
Where eventually, like I'm saying, probably I'm not a doctor or anything. I'm just saying, in my mind, I think probably by summer, it's going to be one of those situations where if you're not showing symptoms, you get a positive test. If you test again, like the next day, or whatever. I see. My thing is, I was told that if you had a positive test, and you actually do have it, even if you don't have symptoms, that you're going to keep getting positive tests. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. Because you have it in your system.
now. Oh.
But
you're saying you're going to keep getting the positive, whether it's not effective, but you still can show a positive. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm assuming. Hold on a second. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, I'm back. Sorry, but yeah, so from my understanding, this is my limited understanding, is if you get COVID and you get a positive test, right? I guess a certain amount of time, however long the antibodies or whatever in your system, you're going to still get positive tests whether you feel bad or have symptoms or not. So I don't know how. If you caught it, I'm just saying that if you had a positive test and like you don't have, you're like asymptomatic, then you can get a negative test like the next day or whatever that you can come back. So I'm not sure how that's going to work because it seems to me like if you actually have it, even if you're not sick from it, that you would still get a positive test regardless.
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I think you're onto something there.
I mean, I just wanted
people been getting that positive test, but they don't have any ill effects.
Right. I mean, I just want things to be consistent. Like, let me know what the rules are so we can just go by that. But you just can't keep changing rules. Like unless people are really shooting on misinformation.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think about that, Grandpa?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
It was okay. We having a dry conversation, Grab. I'm trying to make sure you disagree with me. You supposed to have an opinion. But it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about your weekend, Grandpa. I mean, I saw you for parts of it.
You saw me what now?
Last week. I said, tell me how your weekend went. I saw you parts of it.
Last week.
Something's happening on your end. You the video moving or something.
Yeah. I'm trying to fix it. But I was saying, tell me about your weekend, Grandpa. I was there for part of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm asking you.
Well, what
you
did
had
you
to come
ask?
closer to the computer. I was saying, how was your weekend, Grandpa?
Oh, yeah. My weekend was it was good. It was good. Freddie was over here till Sunday. I hated to see him go there, but they had to get back to Illinois. But I enjoyed my weekend. Yeah.
Well, you were telling me something happened. That you did something like someone, your neighbor or whatever.
Oh yeah. That was a lot of tragedy in one family. Cause my neighbor, they've been 60-something years. My next door neighbor, and his daughter, caught COVID, and she died. The mother caught it, and she was hospitalized. And the father was in a nursing home. I'm assuming that the thought when they told him about his daughter was dead. I'm assuming that kind of affected with him. He died in the nursing home. So yesterday I went to a double funeral.
That's wild.
Wow. Well, that's a lot of tragedy.
You say you say he's been here for like 60, like the same time you lived in Inkster?
Say what now?
You say you knew that you knew him since you moved to Inkster?
Yeah, I think I moved in 55. He might have moved in the latter part of 55 or 56. But I've been knowing him, that long.
Wow.
That's kind of hurtful. Think about you lose your neighbor all them many years. Him and his daughter both were buried yesterday.
That's tragic, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, that's just the times we live in now.
And the mother can't walk. Or at least she's in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. And that's from COVID, or is that from some previous?
I had been from the COVID because she caught me. She went to the hospital and she come back out. So I don't know whether her not walking has something to do with the COVID or not. We got some dead air, Josh. Where you at? I mean, not where you at. Where are you? Hello?
Sorry, Grandpa.
People at the door.
What do you say?
I said, sorry, Grandpa. I had somebody at the door.
Oh, someone was at the door?
Yeah, we got. So you know that fence we got, the new gate.
Yeah.
The chain keep coming off I guess the gear panel or whatever. So like today I had to fix it myself, but I'm like, I called them up who set it up here, and they're out there now trying to work on it.
Oh, that's right. You got a power gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in the. Oh, okay. I was thinking about on the side gate. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure why it keeps coming off the track though. Like it's so it looks like an upside down. The way the gears and the fence chain are, it's like an upside down Mickey Mouse head. So it's like a big gear up here and then two gears. So the chain's supposed to go over and under between them. And like I don't know how it bounced off of itself like that. But I got it back on there. But like I'm having them look at it because it shouldn't do that.
Oh, I see.
I'm handy every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
I don't got your ability. Taking whole like bathtubs and stuff out and replacing all that stuff that you did the other day.
My bathtub faucet, I'm replacing it still, but the house was built 60-something years ago, so it ain't exactly like you can take out the faucet and put another one back. You got to kind of sort of reconstruct. So that's been my problem, because a lot of the stuff had been there so long, I almost had trouble getting it out.
Right.
But so far so good.
Maybe what part of it are you on now?
Well, I'm putting the bathtub faucet back in.
Okay. So what was the actual issue?
Well, the issue was I was going to get it somewhat of a remodel, facelift, but the guy couldn't do it because over the years, which I didn't know it was that bad, the tile that was held to the wall, the moisture over the years got that bottom part.
Yeah.
So he couldn't do it until I had a solid back piece.
So like the panel that was holding the tile was disintegrated.
Yeah, then I added to it. I've done something dumb, which I always do, but I broke off a stem, and that presented another problem.
What was that problem?
Yeah, that's causing me to have to replace the whole faucet.
I mean, that's wild. It's good that you know how to do all that stuff.
Well, not exactly. I mean, I'm a little bit by a little bit, but I think I got it pretty well organized now.
Well, I mean, that's interesting that you were going to hire somebody to do it. They can't do it. And you're like, I'll just do it myself.
Oh, they didn't want to. What that job was, they were going to resurface the bathtub and the walls,
Mm-hmm.
But the guy said, well, he couldn't resurface my tile if they're loose,
Yeah, but like, don't they know how to do that themselves?
But they don't do that. They don't go in and take part of a wall out and put another, right there by the tub that had to come out.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you might. I'm just saying, based on what you're telling me, it's like, you might as well do the whole job.
They say they don't do that kind of work,
I mean, that's cool though, Grandpa. Anyway, I like learning little stuff. That reminds me of the time that we put that door in at the old house together.
You remember, eh?
Hey, that was one of our. I wouldn't say first. That was one of our many home improvement projects.
Oh wow!
We had that door looking sad.
Yeah. Went from sad to almost bad.
Bad was almost bad was an improvement. We at least got to open and close.
Oh wow!
But yeah. You ever see the show Moonshiners?
I don't believe so.
It's a show on Discovery Channel. So I think it's hilarious to me because like these people are supposed to be quote unquote illegally making moonshine, right? And this is on a national. This is on Discovery Channel. So like this is a national television station. And you know it's funny because I think this has been 12 seasons of this show. No one's arrested. They're on camera. I mean, if the police took the time, they probably could find out. Like, I mean, they show their faces, so they don't even got to be in the woods. They can just go to their houses. No arrest. But it's a funny show. It's absurd. But it's funny. Because they're making moonshine in the woods.
I recall. You might say it might have been one of Elliot Ness's days or FBI or Hoover, but back in the 30s, people used to bootleg. And they have a still in their house and thing, you know, and they make the corn liquor.
You ever make moonshine?
No, I never did. Never knew how. But anyway, when I was a kid, they come to the not the FBI, but the alcohol people come through there. Man, they busted a whole lot of stills. And you could smell the corn mash. You know, they go in there and had a corn mash, pour it down the alley drains and things, you know. I mean, it was like an FBI movie.
How often did that happen?
Huh?
How often did that happen?
Well, in my area there, I only seen it one time. I don't know. I might have been about 8 or 9 years old. But me and my brother, we made out pretty good because but I don't know what they use copper for. Unless a copper.
Well, the copper is so that when the alcohol. So I think you need 3 like barrels and 3 things, right? Or maybe it's a 2. But like from my understanding, you put water with like whatever you're going to use mass in one container, heat it up, and the liquid is supposed to go up through the copper tubing, and it catches at the top where it evaporated at, and then up there it combines and and into a little water until like liquid droplets, and then comes down the copper tubing, and where it gets cold as it comes down because they put it in cold water in the other still, and then from there that's like pure alcohol. It's a lot concentrated mixture. And then it goes through like another like part of the apparatus, and then it comes out in like as the alcohol. So they use the copper because I guess it's easy. I guess it's cheap, and it's like I guess it's what is it? Because copper is like a pure metal, so I don't think stuff grows on it, or it's hard to get fungus and stuff in it.
Oh, okay. The copper wasn't copper tubing that I was referring to. It was an electrical cable, big, thick one.
Oh, I don't know that before.
And it had copper in it, you know. So, yeah, I don't know why they did. They tore it out of the house and they put it out in the alley. And me and my brother saw that it was copper, in the electrical wire there. And we took it down to a guy. I'll never forget it. So he offered us. They had a lot of people used to buy junk, you know. And he offered us 15 cents for this copper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was burning it off of burning the insulation off. And my brother kept saying, "How much you gonna give us? How much you gonna give us?" So when he almost got it completely burned off, he said, "Well, I'm gonna give you 15 cents." So my brother got him a clothes hanger and pulled the copper out the fire. We went on down to the main junkyard and got 75 cents.
Wow.
So that's
a big jump.
Not like much, man, but from 15 cents to 75 cents for a hunk of copper.
That's a 60 cent increase.
Yeah.
That's like, what is that? 4 or 5x the improvement. What was 75?
Yeah.
What did 75 cent get you back then?
Huh?
What could 75 cent get you back then?
Oh man, 75 cents get you quite a bit, but I'll give you an idea. A loaf of bread, you could get a large loaf of bread for 10 cents. So the the pop was the Cokes was a nickel. So I done spent the 15 cents with a loaf of bread and a Coca-Cola, right? So
Yeah.
that means I still got 60 cents left. But the guy, that's what he's gonna give us 15 cents for it.
Dang, so like, what did y'all spend that money in?
What did we spend the money on?
Yeah.
Oh, probably went to the movies. You know, it used to be a movie back in the day. You could go in any direction from your house, and there was a theater I'd say within a mile of your house. Theater was big because that's where people got all the news and everything, you know. And they gave away for the women on Wednesday, they give away dishes, you know, saucers, cup. You go there every week and they give you a cup, you know.
Just for free?
Yeah, that's for free, you know.
Why? Yeah, like they
they drumming up business, you know. They know you're gonna come back next week to get you another cup.
I mean, the cup was just empty. It's just an empty cup.
Empty cup, right. So you could get a set of dishes. You know, this week it might be a bowl. They give you a bowl. So if your mother or something wouldn't go to the show, they send you to get that bowl or whatever, you know.
I wonder why they did that. That's interesting.
What you say?
I said, I wonder why they did that. That's pretty interesting.
Why they did it?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they make you keep coming back week after week till you get a set of dishes.
I mean, that makes sense, but I've never heard that before. I mean, were they nice dishes?
Oh, that was all over everywhere. You take, like, we got most of your news. There wasn't no TV, you know. So you got most of your news from the theater, you know, like anything of importance. They had like Newsweek or something like that on, like Bill Stern. I think what Bill Stern was his name. But anyway, you got most of the information from the local theater. So, like, you know, like now, you know, you turn on your internet and get all the information you want.
Yeah, but like, were they nice?
Because a lot of times, people didn't have a radio, and the radio didn't, you know, the antenna didn't bring in the signal, so you might miss half of the program, you know.
Were they nice dishes?
Were they what?
Were they nice dishes?
Nice dishes?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming it was nice. They give you you get a set of dishes over a period of time, but they were breakable now, so they were nice enough for people to be there every week to get their dish. Like on Wednesday night, be maybe dish night, you know.
What else? They used to have like that?
Like 10 days through the week.
What else they used to have back then like that?
Huh?
What else they used to have back then like that? That's interesting.
Oh, what else they have like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard that before.
Oh, yeah, well, that was big, you know. That was big back in the day. Like I said, you got all your theater, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying, was there anything else? Like not just like the movie theater, but like what were other places doing? Was there anything else like that?
No, none of that, no. But like I say, though, you know, the neighborhood theaters was everywhere, you know. And basically most of them gave away something every week. They give away a saucer, a cup, you know, or plate or soup bowl or something. But there would be a whole set combined. So in order you to get the whole set, you got to come every week.
I wonder where they got that stuff from. They must. Well, I mean, I guess they were making a lot of money because people were probably going to the movie theater a lot more then than now. So they probably had tons of customers.
Yeah. Well, like back in the day, I said everybody got their information from the movie. Now you got 9/11 movies, all the old movies. I was looking on there a while ago and I saw some. One of my favorite actors, Monaco, 20 Mule Team, Wallace Berry. I used to love Wallace Berry, and now you can watch it. You can go and search on TV. I mean, on your TV, and find a lot of Wallace Berry movies. I saw back in the 30s.
What movies were he in?
Huh?
What movies were he in?
Well, basically, he was basically a cowboy until close to the war. Then he started making a few war movies about 1941 when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. A lot of actors went into making war movies. It was a big thing. We used to, in school, we used to have what they used to kind of call a school sing, and all the movies and universities and things. I learned a lot of songs just from the school sing we had every week, Like, you ever heard of the song called "Save the Lord and Pass the Ammunition"?
No.
Coming in on a wing and a prayer. We had all kind of songs that kind of picked you up.
Sing that song,
Grandpa.
Sing that first song.
Sing that first song.
Yeah.
Coming in. Let's see how that thing went. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Oh, what a scene, what a sight. We really hit our target for the night. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. The other one said, "Save the Lord and pass the ammunition, and we'll all be free."
Wow.
The co-pilot said it. You got to give him credit. The son of a gunner was he. Oh, we had a lot of songs that pep you up for the war effort.
Dang. And how was it when you were in the military?
Say that again now?
How was it for you when you were in the military? I remember you were in the military during World War II and the Vietnam War.
No, I was in the after World War II, I see. When the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, they bombed Pearl Harbor in 1941. I was what? 12 years old? The war was over in 1945. So I was about 15, 1945.
So when did you join the service? When you were 18?
I didn't go into service to the occupation forces. I didn't go into port. I was 17. I went in 1947. When it served. I spent 3 years in the military, a couple of years over in Japan. But at that particular time, Japan was bummed all out. You could probably throw a brick from Yokohama to Tokyo if you could throw that far because there were no buildings.
Dang.
Total destruction.
So where did y'all stay at?
All right.
So where did y'all stay at?
Oh no, we any building that was left standing in the military had it.
Dang. How long did y'all occupy?
Oh, they were over there. They were. I don't know. They might have been there 50 years. Remember now, when the Korean War broke out, they came from Japan to South Korea. The 38th parallel, when the North Koreans crossed the 38th parallel, and the United States entered the war. after the North Koreans crossed, and they drove them all the way back to the Chosan reservoir, where it separated China from North Korea. And at the time, General Douglas MacArthur wanted to continue to fight on into China, and Formosa, it's called Taiwan now, but it was Formosa. Chiang Kai-shek left China and went to Formosa, to Taiwan. That's because China was turning communist with Mao Zedong, So basically, we were fighting the communists over there. The nationalists had already deserted the island and gone to Taiwan or Formosa. But anyway, that was the conflict that got General Douglas MacArthur fired by Harry S. Truman. He fired him because General MacArthur was a military man, and he don't form no political politics. The military follow orders; they don't dictate, no policy. And so when MacArthur did that, wanting the Chinese to come in on the mainland, and we was going to come in from North Korea, Harry Truman, I think, went to Wake Island and warned them about, talking politics when he was a military man. So basically, he got fired,
So what happened? So what happened after that? Like, were you still in the military when this happened?
You see what? Yeah. Wait a minute. No. I got out because they were over in North Korea. I mean South Korea.
So
North Korea, they were Chosan Reservoir.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Was America the reason why why Korea split into North and South Korea?
No, they this thing goes way back. It goes back to the Japanese and the Chinese back 1898 or something. But it used to be called Manchuria. It wasn't on North Korea. It was post Manchurian. I think the Japanese occupied it. I mean, it's a long story, but no, we weren't the exact reason. But we chose the 30th parallel as a neutral line for nobody to try to not be crossing it, And so when the North Koreans crossed the 30th parallel, then we sent our troops into South Korea and fought them, And then we drove them all the way to, they ran us back to Chosan. I can't. Anyway, we came back on the island and went all the way to the Chosan Reservoir, and that's where MacArthur wanted to go into China. Anyways, what are you about to say?
No, I was listening to you. I was like, man, that's wild. So, like, what exactly did you see while you were out there in Japan, other than the fact that it was still destroyed?
What part did I what now?
So, what all did you see while you were out there, other than the fact that a lot of stuff was destroyed?
No, Japan was just about destroyed. They had a few buildings there, but the B-29 that bombed the major cities down to nothing, There wasn't no fighting going on at the time, except for the Japanese communists and the Japanese nationalists were into it. But all we did was, we stayed out of the political thing.
So who started the whole communist movement over there?
Mao Zedong.
Is the Mao, like from China?
Yeah, in fact, they were fighting the Chinese. Were fighting each other even during World War II. Because a lot of stuff we was sending to Chiang Kai-shek, to fight the Japanese. He was fighting the Chinese because he was trying to keep the communism out of China, And Mao He had the people behind him. He went up into the mountains. He came back down. He came back down strong. You know, that's when Chiang Kai-shek had to leave. But then they closed the society up. Like you take like from up until 1970, China they had a closed society till they got their act together. So Nixon went over there and opened China back up. But prior to that, man, China they had closed to everybody.
Did you ever go over there while you were on that side of the world?
You ever what?
Did you ever go to China while you were on that side of the world?
No. I didn't go. I just went to Japan. The occupation forces was there.
So, like, what was your job while you were occupying while you were over there?
I was in the engineers.
So, like, you help rebuild stuff, or like what were you doing?
Yeah, well, engineers, like, we take care of our own equipment and stuff. The 2.5-ton truck, the 4-ton Diamond T, the quarter-ton Jeeps and things.
Yeah, like, so what was
the engineer? We had a base there in a place called Gifu. Well, not Gifu. Gifu was the main city, big city. Naka was a small place. And we were stationed there. And we had a regular camp, almost like well, I wouldn't say like a fort, but a big place, American troops. I'm assuming that it was a Japanese fort when during wartime, that they took it over and we had it,
So, like, what was it like while you were over there? Did you get to get off base? Like, did you see any of the people? Like, how did they treat you?
Oh, I'm assuming, this is me now, I'm assuming that what the emperor said go. And I never had a problem with any Japanese at all, threatening or nothing, I mean, you can walk freely just about anywhere. Occupation forces. In fact, I went to sometime maybe go get some sake or something. You go to these Japanese homes, and they believe in what do you call it when you I can't remember what I'm trying to say.
What do you call it when you
burn your body?
When you burn your body?
Yeah, what do you call it?
Getting burned?
No, I'm just saying, like right here now, if you don't bury it, you what?
Oh, if you don't bury the body.
Yeah, what do you call it?
I don't know. I guess you're just honoring them.
No.
Cremate.
Cremate. Thank you. It was cremating. And a lot of times you go into a home where somebody had lost their son in battle, they would have an urn with the cremated remains. They brought them. It came back cremated. They brought them back in urns. I mean, when you look at it, basically everybody about the same. You can create your enemies and things, but basically everybody pretty much the same. Because I've seen some of the Japanese women use say, my son, have a jar and say, this is my son here. He was killed on Guadalcanal or Iwo Jima or something. She got his ashes. So they feel pain just like we do.
They spoke English?
Everybody speaks English.
Oh wow.
Not they don't. I'd say they speak English just like you over there, and you speak Japanese.
Did you learn any Japanese?
And you can have a conversation, just like they call mizu water, So if I want some water over there, I say glass of mizu, or rice was named Gohan. You want some rice? Bowl of Gohan.
So you learned a little Japanese
while everybody can speak. People over here, they come over here. They might not be fluent in English. They can speak enough to get what they want, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So how much of it did you pick up? Could you speak conversational Japanese while you were over there?
Can I speak what?
Could you speak like conversational Japanese while you're over there?
Yeah, just a little bit. You say like let's see if I can think of something.
Like what would you say if you
go
went
to Masu? Then you say, where are you going? Go to Masu. Kumbawa. Good evening or something. A few basic words. I didn't never learn no fluid. I should have though. I should have learned to speak that language fluidly.
Dang, Grandpa, that's a gem, man. You gotta teach me some Japanese.
I don't know what Japanese what I said.
I mean, the fact that you remember that after all those years is great.
Yeah. Grandpa been sitting over a mountain of gems, just don't even want to pass none of them out. What you got, Uncle Pooh? What you got?
Hey,
how y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, we doing pretty good. Yeah, we had a little dead time on the video, but hey, we back.
I'm drinking 3 Floyds Brewing Barrel Aged Bohemoth Barley Wine Ale.
Okay, barley wine.
Yeah, I like a good barley wine. This one is a big boy. I'm thinking it's at least 12%. I gotta look at that.
Hey, Uncle Pooh. What I got today?
What is that?
The Rojo.
The Roa.
By Jolly Pumpkin. It's a sour beer.
Okay.
7.2%.
What do you think? Jolly Pumpkin makes some decent beer. That's a solid brewery.
I'm moving up to a 6.5. It's interesting. It's I'm not too big on sours, but
a sour is different. They gotta grow on you.
But I can sip on this all day. It's one of those things that I wouldn't scoff at it. But I'm not gonna drink it fast.
Nah, you can't. It's like a dessert beer, like a early afternoon. Nothing really going on. You just sipping.
Yeah.
But Jolly Pumpkin makes some really good beer. But I can drink sours now. Okay, the barley wine is 12.5 that I'm drinking. Mm. But my first sour I had was Lolita by it's damn, who makes it? Goose Island. Lolita.
Goose Island.
Yeah, it's about $30 a bottle.
Okay.
Or like a 24 ounce. Man, it tastes like straight pickle juice. I was like, this is the worst beer ever. Nah, I love it. That's what's weird about it. Nah, I love it. I wasn't ready for it years ago. I said, y'all over here talking Pop's war stories, huh?
Well, yeah, we talked about everything. We talked about how they pushed back the he was supposed to quarantine 10 days to 5 days. We talked a little bit about. Well, I mean, that basically shut off into talking about where he was occupying. Well, not he. The United States was occupying Japan and how he was over there, and that just like branched up and everything else. I mean, that's so interesting though. I never knew Grandpa knew how to speak a little bit of Japanese or any of that.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Grandpa be hiding stuff. I don't want to know all the cool stuff he be knowing.
Hey, I got a conversation change for you.
What?
I got my blood work back from the doctor.
You okay?
And I'm okay, right? I showed signs of being mildly anemic. So I gotta work on that. But
signs of what?
Mild anemia, like mildly anemic.
You anemic?
Yeah, well, low iron.
Yeah, so, you remember I told you if I wanted to give some blood to the Red Cross, I got to take an iron tablet. Because if I go there and they take a drop, of your blood and put it in a solution, and it's supposed to sink. But if it don't sink, then they won't take your blood because you're anemic. You don't have enough iron.
Mm.
If I decided to give some blood, I take some iron tablets. You know.
Yeah, they said I'm just mildly anemic.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna retest me in 6 months. But I said that because for the first time I was like, well, why don't you send me all my blood work? Like I want to see everything, right? Like you always told me get all of the notes, right? And I shared that on Facebook today, and a couple of people were inboxing me saying, "Man, that's a great idea. Like, yeah, I should be collecting all of this stuff." And
if you take your blood samples and you learn what each one means, you can be your own doctor. You can say, "Oh man, I'm ready to leave here." You know.
I don't know if you can be your own doctor, but like, at least you know more about yourself.
Your kidney, just like I found out about I think it's AFGR, and I think that's has something to do with your kidneys. And if it gets below a certain point, you do for kidney failure, right? So when you get your blood work and you look on that and your FGR, if it's anywhere near that outer point, low point, hey, you better straighten up then, because if you don't, you're gonna have to be on dialysis, you know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is all those things, your cholesterol and everything, all you gotta do, and they have a parameter for it. And if you stay within that parameter, you're doing okay. But even if you get out of the parameter, either way, low or high, then you better check yourself, because you asking for a problem.
So what did you learn from your blood work?
Well,
what do you say?
That's what they told me. So I'm waiting on them to send me all of the stuff. So now they're gonna mail it to the house, because now you can consent to getting information on the phone or whatever. So they just called me and told me that everything was normal, except I had a lower iron count, basically. So I remember what Dad always said. I'm like, all right, well, I need to see everything, so send it to me, because they only tell you.
I got some charts dating back over the years, you know, with the cholesterol count and red blood cells and all that, and I can kind of compare, you know. But these in fact, I got to go get me a physical so I can get my blood work, and then I can see where the danger zones are, you know.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
So was this something new, or could you always ask for it? We just didn't know.
We just didn't know.
Yeah, right.
Not true. I've told Sean multiple times to ask for it, because I tracked it.
He didn't know
for the whole house.
He didn't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about you, because I was like, no. You knew, because I keep a file.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I knew too. I just didn't do it.
Right? Let me. I'm gonna disappear for a minute.
It out.
I want it.
You want it?
Open. What's happening, man? Hey.
Cuckoo.
Hi.
I want it.
Yeah, you should get it.
Well, Uncle Pooh Bear was enabling him.
Oh, I heard
every day. He was like, "Oh, you want this? Yeah. Yo, you want all these cookies? Yeah, get those."
Open. I like it. Yeah, you know, we ain't got to. We can give it back. So
I heard Dr. Crystal. She was like, "You want me to give him some vegetables?" I'm thinking, "Yes, dear God, please."
Yeah, he get around us and he don't like that no more. He want all this other stuff.
My baby left loving cucumbers and apples. He came back like donut.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Uncle Pooh Bear about to give him the whole box of donuts.
I forgot about that. He was serious about them, boy. He saw that. That was it. Like
them donuts, man.
Yeah, he like, where they at there? Yeah. What did you go get, Pops?
No, look at I got about 12,
come on, bud.
15 years of blood work up. I can't remember what I done with them.
Oh wow!
I got a thing with every time I would get my blood work done after I take my physical, I keep them, you know. So like for your some of everything was on it. I was just gonna read some of the stuff off that you should be aware of, you know.
I wonder why they only tell you certain things and there's other stuff you're supposed to be aware of.
Huh?
I wonder why they only tell you certain stuff when you're supposed to be aware of everything.
No, you're supposed to be aware of it. No, they give you all your blood work up, and they give you parameters of where it is, where it should be. And the problem is when you go beyond those parameters, low or high, that's the time that you got to check things out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what he was telling me was when they don't tell you when you close though. Like you might be in the normal range, but you might be close to not good no more. So you got to know. You got to know everything.
That's what the parameters are for.
Right.
If you're close, if they say below 50, you're in trouble, and you 52, that's close.
Yeah.
That direction, right?
Right, but you want to know everything, right?
Like, well, I got a good doctor then because
you want to know, like, if they put parameters, say for blood pressure, high and a low part, they say you're pretty safe if you stay within these numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go beyond the numbers, then you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, my blood pressure's good. I'm 80/20, 120.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah,
120/80.
120/80.
Yeah. Well, I'm
80/120.
I'm pre-hypertension, but it's not bad because I vary sometimes. My systolic from 130 to, but my diastolic is 65 and 70 all the time. So my low, I go all the way back. Whatever it rises to, it always comes back to those low numbers, you know. A lot of times with the high blood, your blood pressure don't come back and stay up high, you know.
Right.
But if it drop back like mine, drop back down like 80 is the normal, right? Mine dropped back below that, you know. So I don't know what effect it has on me, but it's below, they say, the normal. If 80 is the normal and I'm 65 or 70, I'm not in no trouble because the blood thing coming down, but I don't know what kind of effect it has on me for having low blood pressure.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
But it's mostly the high blood pressure that you have the strokes, you know. Because I told you I belong to
the Alabama
Regard. And so I've been in an experimental thing for about 15 years now, where they came out to the house and they took my blood pressure and everything. But what they're trying to do in this research, they were saying that black men have more strokes than anybody, and they want to know why. So I've been in this study 15 years. So twice a year they call me up and ask me certain questions, and then they ask me repeat things like you see it all the time. Repeat things, your memory, you know. Ask you, I'm gonna give you 5 questions: apple or orange. Can you tell me how many? You know, answer them, repeat them. And half of the time, instead of getting, when you get old, instead of remembering 5, you don't remember 3.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Oh, cool. Well, man, we got into it, but I gotta get back to work. But now this is I'm glad I got to learn a little bit more about your life, Grandpa.
Oh,
yeah.
That was awesome.
No, we were talking about the 30s, you know.
Yeah.
And the communications and the movies, you know. I mean, we didn't have no television or nothing, so you got all your information from the movies. And there was a neighborhood theater within a mile, and in the direction you went in, you could probably go walk to a theater within a mile of your house. But I was telling Josh they used to give away free dishware, you know, on Wednesday, you know. And so the women would go on Wednesday and get a free cup or free whatever till they got a whole set of dishes, you know. So I guess that kind of keeps you coming back.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to shut it down, Josh?
Yeah, I got to shut it down. I got to get back. But I'm just happy I got to learn about that. And I'm going to see if I can deep dive into Grandpa's memories some more. Cause there's some stuff in there, man.
Yeah. I got to go back.
Well, let's do final thoughts. What's your final thought, Uncle Pooh?
Man, I'm just glad I made the show. Got a chance to hang out with y'all for a second. Final thought: black men go to the doctor. Right there, we go.
There you go. Get all your blood work.
Yeah, get all your blood work and get it sent home. Take a look at it.
You know, you hear it 1,000 times, especially in the black community. Some of them I've never been to a doctor. You know, a lot of people never went and had no checkup, even though they had hospitalization and they could go get a physical.
Yep.
Too
much truth going on.
Too much truth going on.
Yeah.
But it's good that you got your blood work up. It's going to show you, you know, where it should be and where it is, you know. And if you ain't in those parameters, then you got to check that out, you know. If it's between 20 and 40 and you 45, hey, start looking. Why? But I mean, they actually tell you, you know, how serious your problem is, you know.
Oh, definitely. Well, my final thought is, it's always a great time with the family. Might have to, you know, get some more of that Japanese out of Grandpa. Learn some more of those lessons from back in the day. But I'm definitely going to remember to always ask for my blood. Always ask for my blood work. That's what I took away from the day. So in all seriousness,
definitely get your blood work.
Definitely. Well, I love you guys. I'll see you later.
Love you too. All right. Talk to you later, Josh. Talk to you later, so Pops.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all, take care.